There are cycles in nature of growth and rest. The trees and plants lose their leaves and shut down during the winter, and then come back to life in the spring, even stronger, bigger, and more beautiful. We are creatures of nature also, and we have similar cycles. But for much of our lives, we believe we have to keep striving, keep growing, pushing through any downturn. But we need periods of rest, just as the trees do. When we go through periods of stress and challenge, we need to take some time to recover. Are you in a cycle of rest, but you keep pushing to try to get more things done? Are you exhausted and depleted and feel like you can't keep moving forward? I know how you feel. I've been feeling the same exact way, but I decided to stop and listen to my body and be kind to it so that I can give it what it needs to bloom beautifully this coming spring. So today, I'm going to share with you the steps that I take to overcome the winter blues and allow myself the opportunity to rest, recover, and rejuvenate so that I can live out my purpose with passion. And that's what I want for you too. So here we go. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Carrie Stone, and this is Carrie On, where we talk all things money, movement, and mindset. And today, I'm sharing the steps that I take to rebuild my body so that it can be more effective when it comes to money, movement, and mindset. Because let's face it, if I'm down and depleted, those areas of my life will be too. So here are the 10 things that I do to reboot my system when it is wallowing in the winter blues. Starting with number 1, I listen to my body. Our bodies talk to us. I had years, decades if you will, where my body screamed at me and I demanded it shut up and sit down. Well, it didn't take long for it to rebel and turn against me, and it did. So I have learned the value of listening to your body. Our bodies talk to us. They talk to us through exhaustion, sickness, flu, colds, aches and pains, joint pain, bone pain. They talk to us, and it's our job to listen and to be compassionate and to give our bodies what they need. So I've been learning again to listen to my body. And lately my body's been exhausted, having more pain, having headaches. So I stopped and listened to it, and I've been giving it what it needs to be strong, to rest, to recover, to get rejuvenated. And I encourage you to do the same. You just need to do what you need to do for your body to help it to be its very best. And that leads in to point number 2, your routine. How are your routines going? How is your morning routine and your nighttime routine? I've done a video on each of those, and I will put those in the description below. So if you haven't seen those, you can check those out. But I find that my morning and my nighttime routine help to center me, and they give me a structure that allows me to live in a life of wellness. And so I find them to be incredibly important when it comes to getting through the harder times, especially in the winter. Because my routines help me to get the sleep that I need to be my best, even when I'm not my strongest. Number 3, how's your movement? Now, one thing I've been learning a lot in the last few years is my movement differs from season to season. I still have my base number. 15,000 steps seems to be my sweet spot for when I feel my best. 15,000 steps. But in the summer, I can go 20, 25,000 steps and not really feel it. But I've noticed this winter in particular, now that I have a standing desk and a treadmill, I can easily get my steps way up. And my body was like, this is too much. So I have been trying to settle down and pay more attention to my step count and be fine at 15,000 steps and try to not push beyond that because my body was telling me it didn't want to. So how's your movement? Use the Goldilocks approach. This is too hard, this is too soft, this is just right. Your body knows what it needs. So listen. Get that movement because movement has been proven to improve anxiety and depression and just overall mental clarity. And it's just so good for so many things. And it will make a difference in how you handle the winter blues. Number 4, check your diet. One of the things that happens this time of the year is we tend to fall into carb mode, where we will sit and snack and eat things that really do not feed us in a positive way. And so I want to encourage you, first of all, one of the things that I do to keep from eating junk food is I do not have junk food in my house. Now, it helps to be a lazy person. I don't want to put clothes on, drive to the store, and get something just because I'm craving it. If I don't have it in my house, I will not eat it. I will find something healthier to eat. So being lazy really helps in that way. But really focus your diet on protein and vegetables and be careful with the kinds of carbs you are consuming. As much as possible, avoid processed foods and you will be happier and you will be healthier. Number 5, water. We don't think of winter as being a dehydrating time because it's not hot. But guess what? It's a very dehydrating time. And I can say that as a person who drinks 100 ounces of water a day. I do electrolytes, I do salt water. I keep my house at a balmy 60 degrees. I live in a very moist, wet area, and I slather my body from the top to the bottom with lotions and castor oil and all kinds of things, and I am still drying out. So this is a very dehydrating time of the year. So make sure you are getting enough fluids and taking care of your skin and your insides. So make sure you're getting plenty of water to drink to keep yourself hydrated so that you can be happier. Number 6, have you ever tried a happy light? As a person who struggles with seasonal affective disorder, I found that I was willing to try anything that would help me through that. And so I bought a happy light during Amazon Prime Days last October, and I have loved using that. Having a happy light has been shown to improve your just mental well-being. So they say 30 to 90 minutes a day can make a great impact after about a week of use. So I highly recommend it, and I'll put the one that I got in the description below. It was not very expensive, and I have felt the benefits of that. But you know what would make me really happy right now? And you could do this for free. It'll cost you nothing, but you'll give me a dopamine hit. Wouldn't that be awesome? And that is if you would hit those like and subscribe buttons below. You see that like button tells YouTube that you like what I'm doing, but the subscribe button tells me. So you would make me incredibly happy in the midst of my winter blues if you would hit those 2 buttons. I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. Number 7, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to get into how much vitamin D you should have. But I was horrified when I looked up the RDA recommendation for vitamin D. If I lived by that, I don't think I could even function. So now, mind you, I have celiac disease and health conditions that make me more prone to seasonal affective disorder. So my vitamin D levels are kind of weird. and I don't tend to assimilate as much as I should for the amount that I take. But I'm telling you, the studies I have done on vitamin D tell me that the RDA recommendations are so completely off. If you want to know more about vitamin D, I highly recommend watching Dr. Berg's videos about it, and I'll link one in the description below for you. But please get your vitamin D. If you haven't had your vitamin D levels checked, get those checked and make sure that you have enough vitamin D in your diet, because it is a vital component to your overall well-being in so many areas. Get your vitamin D. And if your doctor tells you you only need like 800 IUs, seriously, study that. Number 8, I find it helpful to find the joy in the season. So winter has its drawbacks. Yes, the days are dark and cold and the nights are long, and it can be depressing. But there are certain things that come with winter that are more special this time of the year. A nice candle in the morning while you're doing your journaling or devotions. I love that. A snuggly blanket, scarves, fluffy pajamas, soft socks, a fireplace roaring. Let's all be honest here. A hot cup of coffee tastes better on a cold winter morning than any other time of the year. Can I get an amen? So there are just certain things about winter that are just special. So focusing on the good that comes with the season can help to alleviate some of the depression that can come with the season. Number 9, take time to process your feelings. Your feelings are your feelings, and they are valid. And it doesn't matter why you have them, they are yours. So take time to journal about them, or talk to a friend, or if things are really bad, then seek out counseling. But make sure you aren't just pushing your feelings aside, but take time to process them. Give them some validation and work through them, because when you do that, it helps you to get better perspective on them, and then it's easier to move past them. So process your feelings. And number 10, even if it's cold, get outside. Science is proving over and over again the value of getting out into nature. Spending time in natural environments can positively impact cognitive function, mental health, creativity, social skills, and overall well-being. There is a beauty in winter that should not be ignored. So get yourself all bundled up, you know, the way our moms used to when we were kids, and get outside and enjoy the beauty. Breathe it in. Let the cold air just hit your nostrils and come down into your lungs, and just appreciate the beauty that only comes with the winter. The emptiness of the trees, the buds forming on the branches, the hope of spring that shows with the green popping up out of the ground ever so little. There is so much beauty if we just get out and appreciate it. Winter's glory is waiting for you just outside your front door. I encourage you to find it. So what are you going to do today to prepare yourself for a more beautiful spring? Will you listen to your body? Will you start a routine that will help you get more restful sleep? Will you move your body in a way that will help you heal? Will you eat right and drink more water to feed your inner self? Will you increase your vitamin D levels and maybe use a happy light? Will you find joy in the winter season by appreciating the inside and the outside delights of winter? Will you process your feelings and embrace the darker days? Let me know in the comments below what you'll be doing to overcome your winter blues. And if you want a better night's sleep so that you can have a more productive day, you may want to watch this video right here. And until next time, carry on.